Mum, can we have some help with our maths?
Yeah, in a minute. I'm just going to play this match.
Mum, that's what help with my spelling.
Yeah, in a minute. I've got to beat Bournemouth, okay? I'll be there in a minute.
Yes! Mum, we need help with school.
Oh!
We'll take away your gaming time. I'll take away your laptop. We'll take away your coffee.
No! Hi, everybody. I hope you've had a really good weekend. So you saw there a scene which is quite familiar in my household. When I ask the boys to do something, there's always one more thing they need to do in their game. And you can see at the end they were taking things away from me. Well, we're going to do a different kind of taking away today. Taking away called subtraction. So I hope you're ready. Buckle on in. Let's go. Okay, let's start with a warm-up game, shall we? Now, I found this really cool game the other day. It's called Beat Siri. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask Siri some questions, and you've got to answer it before Siri does. Let's give it a go. Okay, so this game is called Beat Siri. And the idea is I'm going to say a question, and we're going to see who's quicker, you or Siri. Okay, here we go. What is 7 times 2?
It's 14.
What is 3 times 4?
The answer is 12.
What is 6 times 5?
The answer is 30.
How are you doing? Who's quicker so far? What is 9 times 10?
The answer is 90.
What is 8 times 3?
It's 24.
What is 4 times 6?
The answer is 24.
Okay, let's change it up a bit now. What is 15 plus 8?
The answer is 23.
What is 20 take away 16?
It's 4.
What is 27 plus 5?
That would be 32.
Okay, last one now. What is 40 take away 19?
That would be 21.
So how'd you get on then? Did you beat him? He was quick. So today we're going to be looking at subtraction. And in particular, we're going to see if we can use formal written methods to solve subtraction problems. Now you've probably been using different methods for subtraction, and these are just a few of them. So one of the methods is counting back in your head. And that's where we put the larger number in your head and then count back. Now this only really works if you're using smaller numbers. You might count back using a number line or 100 square. But that's only good if you've got 100 square to hand, or you've got the time it takes to be able to draw out different number lines. You might subtract using mental strategies. And for that, you use your knowledge of number bonds, perhaps to 10, 20, maybe even 100, and then you can start subtracting in chunks. Or some of you might subtract using partitioning. And that's when we partition a number into tens, ones, hundreds, depending on how big the number is, and then we subtract. So let's have a go at subtracting using column subtraction. Now the problem I've got here today is 43 take away 21. Now in order to use column subtraction, I need to put the numbers in the correct place value columns. So you can see here I've got 43. 4 is the tens and the 3 is the ones. And underneath, lining it up very carefully, I've got my 2 in the tens column and my 1 in the ones column. And I'm going to subtract those. Now we always start with the ones when we're doing any kind of column subtraction. So 3 take away 1 is 2. And 4 take away 2 of the tens is 2 tens. So putting it together, we've got 22. Okay, so now it's time for you to have a go. Can you solve these 4 subtractions? Pause the video and have a go yourselves. Okay, let's see how you got on. I'm going to pull this screen shade down and you can see the answers. Mark them yourselves. How did you do? Okay, let's move on. We're going to get slightly harder now. Okay, let's have a go now at subtracting with exchanging. Now, the question I've written down now is 62 take away 44. If we followed the same method as before, starting with our ones, we would need to do 2 take away 4. Now there's a problem with that. I wonder if you can notice it. That's right, it would give us a negative number. So what we need to do is we need to exchange one of these 10s. So I'm going to do that by crossing out the 6. So I've taken one of these 10s away. So 6 10s take away 1 10 is 5 10s. And I'm going to add that 10 over here. So now, instead of 2 take away 4, I'm going to do 12 take away 4. 12 take away 4 is 8. And 5 take away 4 is 1. Okay, time for you to have a go yourselves. Pause the video and see if you can do some column subtraction with exchanging. Right, let's have a look at the answers. So you can see here I've drawn in where the exchanging takes place just to make it nice and clear for you. So these are the answers to the first 5 and then the answers to the remaining ones. How did you get on? Hopefully you're still with me because I'm going to ramp it up and we're going to get slightly harder now. So let's move on to subtracting decimals. Now there's a couple of things you need to know when we're subtracting decimals. The first thing, which is really important, is that your decimals are all lined up. Really, really important. Same way we line up our digits. So you start by subtracting the smallest value. Now in the example on the screen here, you'll see that it's the hundredths column. 0 take away 4 hundredths. This cannot be done, therefore we exchange a tenth for 10 hundredths and regroup these. So 10 plus 0 equals 10 hundredths, and 10 take away 4 equals 6. We then move across to the next column, which is the tenths. 5 tenths take away 2 tenths. Now we can do that easy, that's 3 tenths. Now let's move across to the next column, which is the ones. 5 ones take away 9 ones. Now this cannot be done without going into negative numbers. So we exchange 1 10 for 10 ones and regroup these into the ones column. 10 ones plus 5 ones is 15 ones. So 15 ones take away 9 ones equals 6 ones. Moving across to the next column, 3 10s take away 4 10s. Can't be done, so we need to exchange again. And this time we're going to exchange 100, and we're going to move that across to the tens column. So 10 10s plus 3 10s equals 13 10s, and 13 take away 4 equals 9 10s. Right, finally, we've got 2 hundredths take away 0 hundredths, which gives us 2 hundredths. So 345.60 take away 49.24 equals 296.36. Now, if you're feeling brave enough, I want you to have a go yourselves. So pause the video and see if you can manage those 6 questions on the board. Now remember to line up the digits correctly. It's really important. Okay, let's see how you got on. How did you do? Now you can see here this time we're subtracting money. Now being able to subtract and add decimals is really important when we're solving money problems. Now on this slide here I've got 3 levels of word problems: a bronze, a silver and a gold. I want you to choose one of the problems to have a go at. So decide whether you think you're really confident, in which case go for a gold. You're pretty confident but not quite 100%, go for a silver. Or if you're still only just starting out, try a bronze level. Pause the video, have a read of the question, remember to use rucksack and have a go. Right, let's see how you did. So for the bronze level, the answer was £3.86. The silver question was £27.46. And the gold question was £100.67. Just a reminder that when we write money, We only write the pound symbol when we're using decimals. We don't use the pence sign as well. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling much more confident today subtracting using formal written methods. Why not try out the Siri game at home with your parents? I bet they'd love it.
Well done, everybody. I hope you did really well today. Don't forget, Mrs. Lucas has got a video coming out on Wednesday, and Mrs. Casey's got one on Friday. So I hope you have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Bye.